Hey, welcome back to Really Get Into It. I am your hostess with the mostest, Hannah B. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome if you're new. If you're returning, hey, hi, how the hell are ya? If you're new and you're not subscribed, like, comment, share, whatever the fucking bitches be saying, do that. If you want. If you don't want to, I ain't gonna hold ya. I was having a dance party this morning, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by DMX, the DMX version, which is my favorite Christmas song, came on. I fear that Rudolph can teach us all a lesson. And the lesson is that nobody fucked with Rudolph for the longest because he was different. He had a shiny nose. And they were like, ew, weird, you're like an outsider. Potato, 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 tomato, tomato, tomato. And then Santa came along and he said, you could light the way. You could shine your light and light the way. And so it is, amen. And then all of the reindeers fucked with Rudolph, and Rudolph is now the most famous reindeer in history. I mean, we'd be talking about Donner and Blitzen and Comet and Cupid and Dasher and Dancer, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph. That's right. And when I was listening to the song, I was like, oh my God, the thing that makes you different, your quirks, the things that maybe you got picked on as a kid about are actually your superpowers. That, like, the more that you can lean into that, that's the flavor, baby. That's the secret sauce. I know for me, growing up, people used to insult me or say, like, you're so sensitive, you're so crazy, you're dumb. And it would hurt my feelings. Because your girl, if you haven't noticed, has a little bit of spiciness to her, a little neurospicy, a little ADHD, a little dyslexia, a little depression, anxiety, mixed all together. What do you get? Me. You get me. And my whole life, I tried to be less me because I felt like when I was me, people didn't like me, and I wanted to be liked. Obviously, everybody does. That's like part of being a human. You want people to like you. And so I said, oh, I'll just become you. I'll just be you. And then you'll like me because you like you? ? And the more I did that, the less me I became, and the more like out of alignment I became. Does that make sense? The less out of, yeah. And it got to the point where I was like, and also, I'm an empath. So like, I feel fucking everything. I feel my feelings. I feel your feelings. I feel the tree's feelings. I feel the feelings of every motherfucker around me. And as a kid, that's a lot. And you're like, I don't know what's mine. I don't know what's just yours. You don't even actually realize that some of the things you're feeling aren't even yours. So then you're like, wow, I have so many feelings all the time. And then you become depressy and anxious. And then you sit your mom down and you're like, hey, can you please send me to treatment? Because what the fuck is going on? And then you figure it out. Then you find your way. And that's what I did. But all I'm saying is that the more that you lean in to your secret sauce, the thing that makes you tick, the thing that makes you quirky, the thing that makes you different, that's literally the sauce. That is your secret sauce. And I feel like so often we're just trying to be the next bitch. We're like a cop. We're like, let me just copy, paste. No, baby. Authenticity is the most magnetic thing you can do. Magnetic thing you can be. Because the universe, like, you'll never miss an opportunity that's meant for you. And also, the universe responds to who you're being. So if you're being someone else, Susie down the block, the universe is like responding and giving you things that you're being. So if you're not fully being you, you're not leaning into you, and you're like, oh, why are these opportunities not so aligned? Why? They feel like kind of aligned, but not fully, because you're not being you. Be you. Be you, stay true. That was like my first podcast that I had. And also, if you're like, Hannah, I don't fucking know how to do that. I feel like I've gone so far off the beaten path, and I'm trying to get back to me, and I don't even know what I want. I know what I don't want, I know that whatever the fuck's happening around here, I want to know more. Then you're in luck, because Addie and I are hosting a 21-day challenge in September inside the community, a Clarity Challenge, where you get crystal clear on who you are, what you want, and how to go after that shit. I don't have a lot of details about it right now, other than it's from the September 14th to October 5th. And if you want to join, hit my line. I'll put some deets about it, the deets that I do have, in the show notes. But we have another One It Anyway workshop next week on Thursday. I don't know the date of Thursday. Monday is the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. I think that's the 20th, Thursday the 20th, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come, I'll put that in the show notes. But yeah, lean into who the fuck you are, dude. Like, we grow up and we become who we think we need to be in order to survive. And like, that is very normal. I understand why we do that. And also, like, you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to pivot as many times as you want. You could think that, like, you want one thing, and then you start moving in the direction of your dreams, and you're like, actually, this ain't it. This ain't it either. And that's fine. You can pivot. You can pivot and move and groove, and there's no wrong or right way to do it. You can't fuck it up. You can't fuck your life up by trying. People, this is the other thing, okay? That's like really been, your girl's been trying to work through, is people always got some shit to say about what you're doing, and they've never even tried. And it's like, with all of the disrespect, shut the fuck up. You have no idea. Like, something that I've also been realizing lately is, like, as I'm working through my money wounds and like healing my relationship to money, I'm open to hearing what people have to say about like what works for them and all of that. Love that. But I don't really want to take advice from people who aren't doing the things that I'm doing, or who I wouldn't want to switch places with. Like, there's certain money guru people that are like, it just screams like lack. It screams scarcity. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you have a lot of fucking money, but like, I don't want my life to look like yours. I don't know if any of you follow Jamie C. I fucking love her. I love her. Like, I will take advice from someone like that, who like understands like the energetics of money and also just like the whole picture. And I just like, different strokes for different folks. I get it. And I don't think that one way is like more right. I align with one way, and I'm going to stick with that. And I'll hear people out about, like, obviously I want to know people's opinions, like certain people. Let me rewind that. I don't want to know everyone's fucking opinion, because I don't care about everyone's opinion. The same way that not everyone cares about my fucking opinion. And like, that's okay. And I feel like for so long, it's like I over-explain things because I have this like deep yearning to be understood and this deep desire to not be misunderstood. And then I'm like, wait, I'm over here wasting my breath trying to explain myself to people who are never, one, going to understand me, and also who don't even want to understand me. So I'm going to stop wasting my breath with these people, and I'm just going to, it's like you're streaming into the void. Where it's like, no, I'm going to actually, pivot myself and start talking to the people that are my people. And the only way you can find your people is by saying what you actually fucking think. What you actually fucking believe. Not trying to be a copy paste of the next bitch. I'm so over it. I'm so over that. I feel like the internet is like, I love the internet, obviously. That's how I like make a living. But also, it's like the videos where I've seen where it's like someone makes a video and then somebody literally verbatim copy pastes that shit and then says it. It's like, that's so weird. Like, you have your own special, fun little flair. Like, do it how you would do it, not how fucking the next bitch did it or the one before you. Which then brings me into some of y'all girly pops move real fucking weird. And like, I will admit that there was a point in my life where like I was a hating ass bitch. If I saw somebody who was living or had something that I wanted on the internet, especially, I would get so like jealous. And like, I was actually talking to one of my friends about this, shout out my friend Abby, but nobody hates women more than other women. We're like pinned against each other. And I hate that shit. And something that has been made so like clear over the last like week or so is like, as I've been moving and building and growing and figuring out what works for me, figuring out what doesn't work for me, like reiterating, like tweaking the community and tweaking like how I show up and working on myself and all of it, people like, it's just, how do I say this? People are going to be triggered by you shining your fucking light. And that doesn't mean that you dim the light. That doesn't mean that you be less of who you are. As you're moving and growing and moving in the direction of your dreams, that's like kind of part of it. And it's like, when you shine a light, it illuminates the darkness. It illuminates, and not even darkness as like bad, awful, evil, but like it illuminates the shadows. Jealousy, the shadow side of jealousy is inspiration. But some of y'all don't even want to be inspired. You'd rather just be a hating ass bitch. And that's fine if that's your truth. But leave me the fuck out of it. Like, actually. And also, sometimes when you start moving in the direction of your dreams and people are like triggered by you or triggered by it, it's illuminating in them what they're not doing or what they could be doing or what's possible for them. And then they have to face the truth that they're not doing it. And granted, not everybody wants to do the things that you're doing, and that's fine. Some people are just like haters, and that's like whatever. But as women, I think it's so important that we realize that we're actually so much stronger together. Like, having Addie as my business partner has been life-changing because we're so different. We're on the same mission with a lot of things. We have a literal business together. The purpose of our business and the mission of our business is like a singular shared experience, and how we express that, the flair and the flavor that we bring to that thing, that business, is different. And if I was trying to do it like Addie and Addie was trying to do it like me, we'd miss it wouldn't hit the same way. And so nobody wants you to be a copy paste of the next person, and you don't have to contort yourself into being who you're with. Like I was saying earlier, like growing up, I would literally just become who I was around. And then it's like, what? Who am I? Who am I? Because then people come and go and people move funky, and then people are like, get mad at you for like what you're doing. And you're like, wait, I'm just like mirroring you. I'm just like becoming you. And yeah, I've just been really going through it a little bit with that. Not even going through it, but just like trying to figure out what to learn through it all. You know, I feel like something that's very prevalent, or like that, I don't know if prevalent is the right word, but like I got an astrology reading done the other day, it was a month ago. And something that kept coming up is like things that create friction in my life. It's like friction to freedom, friction to freedom, friction to freedom. And when things come up in my life that do cause like friction or turmoil or feelings of like, ugh, I love it because I know that something is like being transmuted, but also it doesn't take away from the fact that it's like icky. And I was talking to a friend about this the other day, actually, but something that's been frustrating for me throughout my life and that I'm like working through a little bit is I've always said that I'm not an angry person. Like growing up, I remember so vividly being like, I would feel angry and then I'd be like, but I'm not an angry person, but I'm not an angry person. And because the examples of angry that I saw in my life was like dangerous, like not dangerous, like physically harmful, actually. I take that back. But like people who were angry were like scary to me, and I didn't want to be scary. And so I always associated like anger is like a scary, dangerous feeling. And like there's no parameters for anger, and people just like crash out and like do wild shit. And so I would always say like, I'm not angry. I'm not an angry person. I'm not an angry person. But I would feel anger. Like everyone feels emotions. Like that's very normal. And as I've gotten older and I've leaned into being sensitive, like I feel very deeply, so deeply. Sometimes I'm like, good God, not again. I thought we processed this shit. But something that's come up as I've been feeling a little bit of anger in the last like 2 weeks, and is that I've always felt like in different situations, I wasn't allowed to be angry, and I like always somehow had to just like choose the high road. I always had to be the bigger person, even if the other person in the situation was like an adult. It was like, why do I as the like quote unquote kid in the situation have the emotional intelligence and bandwidth of an adult, but you as an adult get to just do whatever and say whatever and be so like insensitive and unaware of how you're affecting literally everybody. And so like, even, oh my God, especially like at my last job, I was like, y'all are literally just like, what the fuck? And then if I had strong feelings about something, or like I was like, no, like this is not what the fuck, then it was somehow like I'm the bad person because my feelings are too much, or like I'm whatever. I don't know. It was just like, I've just been trying to figure out this like, and not even figuring out because there's nothing to really like figure out, but I've been working through realizing that like I'm allowed to feel whatever I'm feeling, and I don't have to like quantify it or rationalize it. Like I'm allowed to just feel, and I don't have to make it mean something about me either. And the more that I can like genuinely, I know I talk about this a lot, but like the fucking shits at the car dealerships that are like flowing and going, the more that I can just be like that, the better. Like we're literally a channel, and we're just energy, and our emotions are just energy in motion, emotion. And so when we can allow it to flow through us without like getting stuck, without making it mean something about us, without all of these things, and just let it flow, baby. Be like water. We're like, what, 80 something percent water? Be like water. Sometimes water is a tsunami. Sometimes water is calm. And sometimes in the ocean or in a stream, like there's a stream at my house and there's a bridge that goes over it. And normally on one side, it's like super, not rough, but there's more like movement in it. And then on the other side, it's just calm. And it's like there's like duality. You can be calm and also, you know what I mean? You can be more than one thing, and you're a human being. Just be, baby. Just be. And I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like somehow, somewhere, some way we're taught to like weaponize and demonize certain emotions, and like emotions are literally just data. Emotions are literally just data guiding you showing you things, bringing things to your awareness, and also, like, when you feel a certain emotion and then you like attach a story to it, and then you keep replaying that story over and over and over and over again, it strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. And so it's like, the more that you can allow yourself to just let it flow and create a new story about the emotion, or like just let it pass by like a cloud in the sky, like truly the better. And back to my original point at the beginning, like you just like, you can't do it wrong. You can't fuck it up. I feel like people are always like, I obviously am giving like advice and like my feelings and my opinions about things. You don't ever have to take any of my advice, ever. Literally ever. I keep feeling this sense of like, and especially in like my do it scared era, and now that I like kind of like work with people and like my community and whatever, so often we're waiting for the perfect conditions because we don't want to fuck it up. We don't want to fuck this good thing up. And so because we don't want to fuck it up, we don't start moving in a direction. We just stay still. But you can't fuck it up. You can't fuck up what is meant for you. And even if you start moving the direction of your dreams and you fall flat on your face, or you quote unquote fuck it up, it's just data. It's just information. You're just strengthening your neural pathways. You're just getting more information so that you can start moving in a different direction, getting closer and closer and closer to what is meant for you. Because when you open yourself up to the unknown, when you open yourself up to possibilities that maybe there's something even greater in store for you than you could even fathom, than you could even conjure up in your mind. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is like, you can't fuck it up. You cannot fuck it up. And even if it feels like, I fucked it up, I can reassure you that you did not. Because it's just moving you closer and closer and closer to what's meant for you. And when you start moving through life without this like pass fail, but more of like a learning lessons and growing as a person, then you can never fail. You can never fail. And also, a winner is just a loser who tried literally one more time. That's the thing about me. I don't stop. I won't stop. I might take breaks because mama needs to rest, but I'm not going to give up. If you keep going, if you just keep moving in a direction, before you know it, you'll look around and you'll be like, oh my God, this is crazier than my wildest dreams. And that's on moving in the direction of your dreams. So that's that on that. That was a little sidebar tangent for ya. What else is happening in Hannahland? Josh and I still don't know where we're moving, but I'm open to the universe. I'm excited to see what the universe has in store for us. I'm excited to see what's crack-a-lackin', what's going on. And I shot my shot, and I reached out to a few people to be on the podcast. One of them, her name is Elena. If you've ever seen like the Fuck It Fridays videos, she used to work at Stan's store. She quit her job to like go all in on her dreams. So she'll be on the podcast on Monday, live pod recording. If you want to join, I'll put it in the show notes. Also, if anyone follows Sleeping with Lo, we're coordinating her to come on the pod, and I'm so excited. I just feel like the more that I be shooting my shot, I'm like, what's the worst someone's going to say? No? Or ignore me? Okay. And? Oh, also, you know that lady who said blowjob instead of blowout on QVC? That woman, dead ass, is giving us all a masterclass in the fact that you can stumble over your words, you can misspeak, and your whole life isn't going to implode. That you literally cannot fuck it up. I saw quite literally the other day that she got like flown out to like New York or something for an opportunity, all because she said blowjob. So like, back to my point of you can't fuck it up. You can't fuck it up. You can't fuck it up. And it's like, just move. Go in a fucking direction, bitch. Like, truly. You're allowed to be scared. You're allowed to be like, I don't fucking know. You're allowed to feel whatever the fuck you're feeling. But fucking, you deserve to live a life that makes you feel good. It pains me. It physically pains me when people are like, oh, I really want to do this, but it's not realistic. Shut up. We live on a floating rock in outer space. We're literally stardust in a meat suit. You think that's realistic? Dust to dust, ash to ash, and we could become literal stardust. So, like, go after what you want. Chase your dreams. Who cares if people talk shit about you? Who cares? Who cares if you fall flat on your face? At least you tried. At least you tried. Trying is cool. And normally, the people who have a lot to say about you trying have never tried shit in their fucking life. They're too scared to go after their dreams. They're too afraid. So you do it. Fuck it. You think when you get to at the end of your life, you're going to give a fuck what Susie had to say about you? No, you're not. You're going to be like, fuck, I should have done that thing. Just do it. Like, truly just fucking shoot your shot, say the thing, do the thing, try the thing. You're a human being. And if you make a mistake, you're not fucking AI, bitch. God forbid you make a human mistake. You're not AI. God forbid you're not an AI robot. You're a human being. And you're living and you're moving and you're grooving and you're having experiences and you're learning and you're growing and you're tweaking and you're existing on a floating rock in outer space, mad. In space. Like, truly. And also, not to get on my reticular activating shit bullshit, but like, your brain, there's a literal part of your brain, the reticular activating system, that is always finding evidence to support what you believe to be true. And so if you want something for your life, not what you think you should want for your life, but if you want something in your life and you have, whether you've seen it or not, happen in life. If you've seen someone else do the thing that you want to do, then it's 1,000,000,000% possible. And if you haven't seen it done yet, just, what does it look like in your like, when you visualize it, what does that shit look like? Just start moving in a direction. Like, anything is possible. Literally anything is possible. For the 100 millionth time, we live on a floating rock in outer space. We're stardust in a meat suit. And just because you can't see it with your eyes, you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not real or it's not happening or it doesn't exist. When it's cloudy, you can't see the fucking sun. But does that mean that the sun doesn't exist anymore? No. Like, literally, it physically pains me when people don't go after their dreams, when people say, well, that's not realistic, well, that can't happen for people like me. Not with that fucking mentality. The fuck? What do you want? Okay, you can have it. And all you got to do is start moving in the direction of your dreams. And when the thoughts creep up, and when you say, I am not worthy, I'm not deserving, who do I think I am? Then you do the little exercise. I forgive myself for thinking X. I choose to believe that I am worthy, that I am a resource, that everything that I want wants me 10 times more, that the universe is rigged in my favor, whatever it is. And you start manually replacing those thoughts. And then before you know it, the new neural pathway is strengthened. And then you look around and you're like, oh my God, my whole life has changed. And I love it. And I love it. And I think that's all I have for you today. I don't know how long I've been talking for. I love you. You're awesome. Go be great. Oh, before I go, I saw the baseball and I need to tell you a story if you didn't see it on my Instagram. When I was literally in second grade, I went to an Orioles game and with my family when we were a unit, and we were sitting behind a plate 20 rows up. Sammy Sosa up at bat. I didn't give a fuck because I don't really care for baseball like that. I just love group activity. I had Go O's painted on my face. I looked real fucking cute. Sammy Sosa, fucking line drive, 90 miles an hour. When it happened, I was turned around because the man behind me was talking about sex. And I was in second grade going into third grade, of course, and I'm a nosy bitch. As I turned back around, 90 miles an hour, right to the dome top. Blood squirting out of my face. My brother literally sounded like a whale next to me. He was crying. He was making crazy noises. Because I can't even imagine what it would be like if your little sister, you look over and just blood is squirting out of her face. The man behind me that was talking about sex was trying to climb over me and my dad to get the fucking ball. Meanwhile, my dad is wearing flip-flops, climbing over the seats, picked me up, carried me up. I put in a fucking stretcher, neck brace, went to the hospital. Then when I was at the hospital, I guess in August, they have like newer residents. Yeah, love that for me because my eye is swollen shut, okay? Swollen shut. These doctors, residents, come in. They're trying to check the pulse of my eye because they're trying to make sure that my eye isn't going to explode. My fucking head. Okay? Pry my eyeball open. Stick this motherfucking shit on my eye to get the, like, pulse or something. It was so painful. It was so painful. And then, luckily, we had a family friend who was an eye doctor. And, like, I ended up going to see her. And she gave me these, like, special eye drops and all these things because, like, truly my eye was, like, fucked. My eye was fucked. I had an eye patch. I looked like a pirate. I got a fucking signed Sammy Sosa baseball. The baseball of the man that the man was trying to get. The lady who put me on a stretcher or whatever went back and got it. So I have that, too. And I got this, like, gift basket from the Orioles that was like, sorry. I'm like, Sammy says, I wish you were better because I'm trying to sell that ball. And when I look on eBay, it's $50. I'm trying to look for, like, I don't know, $1 million. Be better, Sammy. The steroids really got to you. I don't actually know if he did steroids. Actually, I'm pretty sure he did. So yeah, that was like a crazy. That happened on August 9th of, I don't even remember the year. Second grade going into third grade. I missed my friend's birthday party because her birthday was on August 9th. And she went to see Lion King on ice. And I had to miss it for an Orioles game where I then got clocked in the face. And if the ball had hit me like because I was turned to the left, so I'm turning back around to the right. Boom. My head hit the floor. What's that fucking video? Anyways, if my head was turned any more and it hit my temple, lights out, no Hannah. So you're welcome. You're welcome that I turned around at the perfect moment. I'm pretty sure, like, I feel like I'll know this once I die, but like, I feel like my guides and my angels were like, fuck, turn this bitch around. Turn this little ADHD bitch around. And so I turned around and then boing, dinger to the fucking dome top. So yeah, God forbid I got a few screws loose. Anyways, I love you. If you want to join the community, I'll put that in the show notes. We have so many fun September what's it called, clubs in August. I'm gonna start hosting a Remember Who the Fuck You Are, like, monthly call where basically I do a little Hannah pep talk and then we all go around. Everyone gets to brag for a minute, like 5 minutes about themselves. And then we do a little cheers. At the end of your 5 minutes, you say a toast, but like cheersing to something that you're trying to manifest, but you say it in the tense of like it already happened. And then we all clink. We all have drinks on Zoom and we just cheers. And it's so fun. And also there's like so much science back behind what we'd be doing or what we're going to be doing. So if that's your vibe. Also, the 21-day Clarity Challenge starts September 14th. If that's your vibe. There's also going to be a 21-day Clarity Challenge VIP experience that there's limited spots for. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Go be great. Go be great. Stop sitting around wondering if you're good enough, wondering when you should start, or if you just need this, you just need that, bitch, start. Just start. Do it messy. Do it messy. And I promise you, before you know it, you're going to look around and you're going to be like, I'm so glad I started. 1% every day. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye.